First up, Sony. They just can't help themselves. They got to keep trying and trying. Whatever they keep throwing at the wall, trying to get it to stick. Sony patents AI podcast narrated by game characters. Sony just filed a patent that sounds like it came straight out of sci-fi because apparently PlayStation could be working on AI podcasts narrated by game characters. Like imagining booting up your console and instead of normal podcast hosts, it's literally a character from a game talking directly to you, recapping lore, explaining stories, even hosting full podcast style episodes. This isn't just AI assistants anymore. Sony might be turning gaming characters into media personalities. So the question is this genius or completely dystopian? Let's break it down.
Are you going to take?
So here's why this actually is a big, huge deal. Sony patents don't always become products. I mean, just look at their track record. But they show you what the company is thinking. And this one suggests a future where PlayStation characters could generate audio content automatically. I mean, think about it. An AI Kratos narrating God of War lore in that juicy, dark, all-state voice. AI Aloy hosting Horizon's recap. AI characters guiding players through stories just like podcast episodes while you work around the house, switch out an engine, or just casually go for a jog. That's insane accessibility and could be a new way to keep players engaged even when they're not gaming and the consoles are off. Here's the flip side. What happens when AI starts replacing real, true creators, real voice actors, real podcast hosts? See, Sony might see this as a next evolution of entertainment, but fans might see it as crossing a dangerous, potentially Skynet line. So I gotta ask, would you actually listen to a podcast hosted by an AI game character? Or is this the possible weirdest future probability? Drop your takes in the comments. Let us know. Yay or nay, are you for this? I gotta ask you, how are you feeling on this?
Yeah, it sounds weird. Will I listen to Kratos talk about? I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. That part did sound like, but everything else is just like, I don't know if I would actually listen to this. I don't know, because it's like, I guess you gotta like frame it in the same frame, because there's music now like that sounds like actual people singing that is AI generated, and you cannot tell it's AI. So it's getting a little, Skynet-y out here. You don't know who's real. It's like that movie Her. Like that could really be some people's future in a minute from what this
Hell
sounds
yeah.
like. So it's a very weird thing, but I can see people eating this up, sadly. Maybe it's probably not for me. I'm just gonna be honest. It's probably not for me, but I can see mofos, especially like this is like, oh yeah, part of the deluxe editions. You'll get Kratos podcast once a week, twice a week for 12 weeks or something like that. I could see this really being a thing for people. Yeah, as crazy as it sounds, but for me personally, it's kind of weird and not. And then they'll have to pick the right characters, because not every character I would care for. I mean, the only one that comes to mind is probably Kratos, God of War, and Jin Sakai with with
You
Ghost of
bastard.
Tsushima.
You motherfucker. Because I literally was going to use Jen as an example I have coming up, but go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, but them two, out of all the Sony IPs that they have, that would be my only interest. And then they will have to be talking about something that will be interesting, which but I don't know. That's as far as I would go. But I can see this blowing up though.
So me personally, I'm part of the problem. I can see this and I will be down for it. Depending on how they do it. I can see Kratos' voice, Christopher Judge breaking down not only real Greek mythology and history, but real lore in the game. Oh yeah, I'll have that playing as I'm doing whatever around the house, cleaning, whatever the case may be. I can see that Jen Sakai telling you the real historical events of the invasion of Tsushima with everything that was going on and more background story of how things happening. Absolutely. Problem. Down for it.
100%. Listen to
100%.
anything.
But I can say this. I can see how this shit will get out of hand. And this will definitely have a huge impact on YouTube channels that specifically specialize on retrospectives, lore videos, and etc.
Yeah.
Like there's a YouTuber called Vati Vidya he specifically does lore interpretations of Dark Souls games and of the studio From Software. That is his whole branding. If something like this were to implement,
He's out of there, buddy.
you,
Wait,
yeah,
wait,
you
wait,
put
wait.
motherfuckers out of business.
It was at this
You put
moment that
motherfuckers
he
in business
knew
because this whole
he
thing is an
fucked up.
interpretation, his standpoint. But if you got
Damn,
the
he out of
creators
there.
backing this with the right voice, you know, it's over with. It's over with. Now on the scummy end, you can see how Sony would incorporate this. This will more likely be tied into one of the PlayStation Plus tiers, and they'll probably
Yeah.
raise the price.
Again, yeah.
They'll probably go into premium or whatever the hell the other one is. I can't remember. And like, hey, and they'll up it probably like maybe $5-7. And with your membership, not only now you get more games, you get Joel from The Last of Us breaking down intricate details and interviews and stuff that is not in that fucking game.
Yo, what if they had Geralt, and I know that's not a Sony, but I'm just saying, what if they had Geralt detailing how he picked Yennefer over
Triss over
Triss?
Yennefer?
Yo, like, now that's the type of shit I would be down to listen.
Hey, but see, that's what I'm saying. That's why I was gonna take it. It don't even have to be just Sony characters. If it takes off, Sony now monopolizes. And Sony patents it. Companies come to Sony, hey, we'll license you our character for a fee. I'm like, all right, cool, yeah, whatever. And then now you got Captain Price telling you about the struggles of Call of Duty 2 when it was in World War II.
As he smoked a cigarette.
While smoking his cigar, you'll hear in the background the little puffs, the lighter clicking, all of that. I can see the true avenues they can go to this, and you can't tell me, oh, it just won't work. There is a protagonist. I'm sorry, let me change that. There's a character in every game that someone likes, that someone loves. Even Microsoft. Imagine a 45-minute podcast episode of the voice of Master Chief breaking down the history and lore of the Spartan program. Shit that's in the books that someone ain't finna go read. But as you driving your hour commute to work, oh man, just listen to episode 3 of how they was talking about how they snatched the kids up. Was doing the experimentation, the Covenant fleet, all that. Someone will pay money for this if it's done right. So I see where this can go, but at the same time, I see how quickly the greed will overtake this. I see it, and it can really get out of hand. But as I started this, Sony patents a lot of shit. A lot of it don't come to fucking fruition. All they doing is someone had an idea, someone else liked it, and to make sure another motherfucker don't beat them to the market. Hey, put a patent on that real quick, Phil. There you go.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So we'll see how it pans out, but you know, as I always say, we're in the wait and see mode for 26, baby. Wait and see.
We're holding position. Let us know in the comments below how you feel.
And that's it for this video of Are You Not Entertained podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you'll never miss our next hot take. Until next time, Are You Not Entertained?